A2theK.
We bring you the latest on Paul Heyman and Hikuleo.
Nice. It's like a 2-for-1 special on news.
Why not? All bloodline related.
Well, Miro has requested his release from AEW.
Have the Lucha Brothers signed with WWE? Have they?
Who knows?
We don't know.
Dustin Rhodes launches his own wrestling promotion.
Is Dakota Kai returning soon?
Maybe.
So.
Joe Hendry could be in TNA longer than some people think.
And some news on the Vince McMahon documentary. He's issued a statement. He's tried to bury it. We have all the details.
It's not good shit.
It's not. When's it coming up, Anthony?
Right fucking now.
Yes, it is. So, 2-for-1 Bloodline specials here. Not just on the people who are joining the Bloodline, by the way, because that seems to be the way that's going. But we have some news on both Paul Heyman and Hikuleo, so we may as well just bundle them together.
Okay.
So, Paul Heyman...
Bundle deal. I like it. Paul
Heyman is expected to return to SmackDown very, very soon as a babyface with Roman Reigns.
Nice.
Crazy news. But if you saw the... did you see the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns little vignette thing on the football field?
I saw everyone losing their shit over it.
Yeah.
Well, Cody cooked Roman. It's like, did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Apparently...
Should I keep saying did he? Will that get the algorithm going?
We can't say did he. Can't say did he.
Why are the clicks going up?
But apparently, Paul Heyman directed them in there. So that's where he's been. But he will be back
all due
soon.
respect to Paul. What direction is it? You walk.
Yeah.
What?
I mean...
I'm simplifying it, sorry.
Yeah.
Paul's a ledge.
He's a ledge. Paul's a ledge. But that's where he's been. So they're just waiting for the right time to bring him back in. Could it be Bad Blood? Potentially. We will see. But he is set to return very, very soon. And Hikuleo, who we spoke about last week,
interesting this.
reported he's actually going to NXT.
Yeah, interesting.
Not going to be Tala Tonga on the main roster.
Interesting. So they're like, well, maybe the bloodline's full enough for now.
Is it full enough though? Do you know what though?
Because Roman hasn't really got a party to go against the bloodline, so you kind of need to build that up team-wise, don't you?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering, because we were saying when it gets to Survivor Series War Games, it's going to be like Bloodline. What is it? Blood Wiser versus Blood Light.
Yes.
Yeah. But that might not be the case, to be fair, because it looks like Roman's, as you say, he's teaming up with Cody. Jey Uso's just won the Continental title, so is he going to be involved?
I know, right? I mean, I made up that happened.
Well, yeah. But, not so much for Jey, just because you hate Braun. But yeah, so I don't think he's going to be involved in that. And then Jimmy's like, "Where's Jimmy?" Rikishi's there going,
"Where's Jimmy?"
I know, and it's like, you see the thing, Jimmy Uso, obviously won the IC title. He had the picture with Triple H, and someone like commented like, and that's because your dad ran over Stone Cold for me. It's like it's gone full circle. Nice. But yeah, so I actually have no idea where it's going. But Hikuleo is apparently not going to be rocking up at Bad Blood now. He's going to be going to NXT and may get the Solo Sikoa treatment, where they just treat him as, just your average Samoan.
Interesting.
And then maybe they'll bring him into the Bloodline at a later date. Do you think that's the right decision?
I don't know enough about Hikuleo. Right. What I will say is, slightly, maybe, potentially controversial opinion. I'm sure there's plenty of people who agree. Let's face it. There's going to be people in both camps no matter what the fuck you say.
Yeah. What happens?
Yeah. But I think, really speaking, the Gorillas of Destiny should have been their own thing.
Okay.
I don't really think... I think they're both hindered by Bloodline, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Because they're not establishing themselves. Tongaloa is getting that absolute sort of grief for a couple of botches.
I mean, that's self-inflicted, that. Like,
yeah, but to be fair, like, everyone botches. Right? But, like, I don't know. It's like, it's not hitting, and I think they could have been a bigger deal. Like, you will recall me saying a few times, I think he would have been a great rival for Roman. Yeah. But instead, he's a supporting act for Solo.
Still time to tell them stories, though. The problem, as you rightly said, they've not exactly had the best showing on the main roster of the. But
so maybe for me, it's like, I don't know Hikuleo's career very well, but maybe it's like, maybe the Bloodline isn't always the best option. So I'm going to trust the process here.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the younger.
I feel like I went really British with the word process. Process.
Trust the process.
Trust the process, darling.
But yeah, he is one of the youngest members of the family. I think he's still like 30 odd, like, because I think
Kids.
like Tamatonga's like 40 odd, isn't he? But so yeah, maybe they're just thinking, give him a little bit of time to bed in, learn the WWE style and all that. But I have no idea now where this is going up Survivor Series. Guess we'll see what happens. And obviously, we're going to do our bad blood predictions in a bit, so we can have.
Let's be honest as well. This could be a bit of a red herring.
Could be.
You know, reports going out for NXT, so you're a little bit more surprised.
You're telling me the dirt sheets might not be accurate?
I know, shocking as it may be.
So, yeah. So what
That's
we're saying
probably
is,
the biggest news.
Hikuleo will be there at Bad Blood. He will be as tall as Tonga, and he will.
But remember, plans change.
Plans do change. So yeah, that's our kind of bloodline update, I guess. Paul Heyman will be back soon. Hikuleo, we may not see him on the main roster anytime soon.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes.
So, Carl, rumour has it, and it is strictly a rumour, that Miro has requested his release from AEW. Now, he still has some time on his contract because of injury time, etc. But rumour has it he's requested his release. Sadly, there's not really anything to substantiate this that I've found. The whole article seems to be more of an opinion piece than anything else about how Miro's not been used on AEW very well. But the trouble is, AEW's got a lot of shit going on. And people are moaning enough about them not really having storylines or whatever. But it's like, do we really think throwing Miro in the mix is going to make that less chaotic? Because I don't.
Well, by all accounts as well, Miro's had a lot of shit going on. Like, he's been back in Bulgaria. He's had family stuff going down, hasn't he? So
he split up with Lana as well. He said some like,
there's a lot of
personal shit happening. And rumour had it there was talks of him working with John Moxley. So I don't necessarily know if this is a done deal.
Yeah.
Or even if, because again, people jump on it, he's asked for his release, that's the rumour. So then straight away it's like, oh yeah, you go back to the WWE, they'll treat him better. It's like, yeah, like the 2 times he sacked him. Like,
well, yeah.
Not necessarily. Like, this guy could probably do, you know what, he'd be an absolute monster in TNA. Or he could do the indies, or maybe he just doesn't want to do some wrestling for a while.
Well, yeah.
Who knows?
I that's what's interesting about it, is as soon as someone says they want their release from AEW, immediately it's like, because they want to go to WWE. And it's like, I think this might not be the case. Maybe he's just, I don't know, he wants an extended break because, as you say, he's had a lot of stuff going down, it seems. So why does he want to rush back there?
Exactly.
But yeah, it's going to be a shame though, because I was loving the Redeemer stuff. And, like, it was just very stop-start, wasn't it? Because they had it, and then it went away, and then Lana
always
came in.
down to Tony, because a lot of people go, "Oh, we misuse him." It's like, but he was injured, and that kind of hindered the momentum a little. Yeah,
no, definitely. But it's a shame, because I would have quite liked to see how that character evolved, the whole Redeemer thing. But you know, I'm sure if Rusev comes back and he can capitalize on Rusev Day again, or whatever they'll do to sell some T-shirts, it'll go well.
Bit of nostalgia, eh?
But yeah, I just hope whatever's going down with him, that he's all good. You know what I mean? Because he seems like an awesome dude. So yeah, hopefully all is well for him.
Indeed.
Now, speaking of people going to WWE or not going to WWE or whatever, and speaking of their cheats and stuff, you know, maybe not always telling the truth. If you read anything about the Lucha Brothers the last kind of week, it's been all fucking over the place, because some reports are saying they've signed, they're going straight to the main roster, they've had merchandise has already started being made for them and everything. And then other reports come out saying, well, no, that's not going to be true at all, because they're still under contract with AEW. Penta's contract expiring soon. Ray Phoenix's contract, meant to expire at the same time, will be extended because he's had injury time off.
I saw someone, maybe it was Meltzer, but it made me chuckle anyway, the point they were making, because they said, if all the rumours that you're reading on the internet were true, and they've been speaking to WWE and there's merch ready and all this, then wouldn't that prove Tony's point that there's contract tampering? And I'm like, yeah, it's a fair fucking point, actually. So a lot of it is just really massively speculative. But again, they're not speaking up on it. And rightly so, they shouldn't have to justify every rumour or not. I actually think they're important to AEW. I think they should stay in AEW. I think Tony should do everything he can to keep them in AEW. I don't think it'll work as well in WWE.
Yeah, you know, people talk about the Lucha Bros getting lost in the shuffle in AEW. Like, they'll definitely get lost in the shuffle in WWE.
No, we'll know where they'll be. They'll either be in LWO or
Legado del Fantasma, or this new faction they'll make around them to feud with the other Latin factions.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all that can happen. But saying that, WWE have signed the Motor City Machine Guns, haven't they? So maybe they are trying to put a bit more emphasis back on the tag division.
To be fair, you got trust trips.
Yeah, but like, look, these two are phenomenal, aren't they? They're massively over in AEW. They're fantastic in the ring.
They're insanely good.
Yeah,
like
like people, even if they don't know them from AEW, the fans will get right on board with them anyway because they just look fucking cool and they do cool shit.
Yeah.
So, the biggest casualty in all this is Pac, essentially, isn't it? Because he's, he's kind of like, oh, join the Blackpool Combat Club then, but then I kind of won't, and then like,
we need a British guy again.
Yeah. So to make it make sense, Blackpool's near Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, relatively speaking, yes. Because if you're in America, and you look at Britain, everything is near. Yeah.
But yeah, it just goes to show that you don't always have to be right. You just have to be first, don't you? And a lot of people seem to jump the gun, saying they're signed, they're going to be straight to the main roster. This is happening.
That's the trouble with the news.
Apparently not.
That's the trouble with the dirt sheets, isn't it? Because it's about being first. So then you just get shit everywhere.
You do get shit everywhere. It's not nice when you've got shit everywhere, is it? But let's hope that, I'm trying to spin that in a way to say, let's hope that, because these guys aren't shit. Let's hope we get these guys somewhere. Yeah, let's do that. Let's hope it doesn't hit the fans. Nice. Yeah, so we may see them in WWE. The belief is still that they'll go to WWE, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be imminent because they're still under contract. So watch this space.
Yeah. So basically, we don't know either.
No one knows.
No one knows. Oh wait, he's an adulterer, isn't he?
Who?
Isn't Dave Grohl in that band?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's being topical.
He's drumming, wasn't he?
He's drumming.
And he was drumming. He's been drumming someone. That's why he's got a kid.
Yeah. So where were we? Dustin Rhodes took to Twitter this week to announce that he's starting his own wrestling promotion, Carl, the Rhodes Wrestling Academy.
Woohoo!
Now they have an event coming up in a couple of months. I'm going to just discreetly press the button and remind myself when it is. But they have their first event coming up soon. And it'll be interesting to see where they go with this. He obviously is, there you go, November 21st, Carl, November 21st. But this doesn't mean he's leaving AEW or anything along that line. No. But he's got his own shit going on. I'm sure it's going to be cool. He's an absolute legend in the business.
He is.
So excited to see what he does with it.
Yeah. Do you know what? The Rhodes are just everywhere, aren't they? So Cody's all over WWE. You've got, obviously, Dustin now starting this promotion. You've got Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling, which was Dusty's old promotion, which QT and Cody's sisters are running at the minute as well. And then you've got the Nightmare Factory putting on stuff. Like, they're fucking everywhere.
So all roads lead to Dustin. Yeah.
Okay, we'll try that again, because I'm guessing that was going to be pretty cool. Try that again.
So all roads lead to... No, I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Is it all roads lead to wrestling? Is that what we're trying to say? Or all roads read like wrestling? But yeah, roads
R's are hard.
R's are hard.
I'm going to throw the hard out next.
Still throw a hard out. But yeah, I think that's pretty awesome to see. And it's surprising in a way, isn't it? Because you kind of imagine... Well, I mean, maybe it's not a bad thing, but you can't imagine they'd do like the family business, and maybe they all would have gone into the family business, and they all would have gone for Turnbuckle.
That was so in sync.
They all would have gone to Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling, tried to do that, kind of as an homage to Dusty and stuff. But obviously, they're still all doing their own thing, which is good. It means more wrestling, more opportunities for people. So all good news. But Dustin will kill it because he's a ledge, and we know you're a big fan of the show, Dustin. So. Just if you want to come on, talk about it with us.
We're a big fan of at least one Rhodes.
That's true. And it is you. So yeah, that is pretty cool news. Look forward to
I feel like I lumped you in with there. You love Cody anyway.
I love Cody, to be fair. Yeah.
I mean I don't mind Cody, I just don't like Cody as much as Cody is.
Glowing don't mind him. So this is an interesting one. Dakota Kai may be coming back sooner than many anticipated.
Say what?
So she went out with injury in early August with a torn meniscus, and usually the recovery time for that is like 8 to 12 weeks. But she's posted on her Instagram that she's going to be, I think it's like see you soon or be back soon or whatever. So people are like, oh, that means she's like back. Might not be. Might just mean that she's like, yeah, I'll see you when I'm healed in a month.
She was on screen quite a lot. Like towards the end of her first injury, so maybe we are going to see her soon, but she's not necessarily going to be wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
That'll still be awesome because she's a great character.
Yeah, do you know? It's just like I proper feel for her, to be fair. Like she's had the injury bug, hasn't she? And I kind of feel like this is another Chelsea Green situation because when Chelsea first, it was in her stint in WWE. She was injured all the time. She got called up to the main roster.
Call up, just
you know what I mean?
Plagued.
Yeah. So it was like,
you know what I love? When she went to the Indies, remember after getting released, and then she faked.
Yeah, exactly.
And worked every fucker.
She is a legend. She's one of the best things about wrestling. But I kind of feel in the same vein with Dakota. I think if she can stay healthy, she can do some good shit, you know. But it's just hopefully she can do, and hopefully we do get to see her back
like soon. A slogan. Stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Do some
Stay healthy,
shit.
Seattle.
So hopefully we get to see her back soon.
Just her back. Sorry. Right. Joe. You said it.
Not what I meant.
So, a lot of people since Joe Hendry has shown up in NXT and had a fight with the NXT champ, whoever that is.
That guy.
Of course, I mean Ethan Page. Yeah, I do.
All ego.
That's him. Yeah. So obviously, it was sort of a. It's not gonna go. Does it go down in history? Is it that big a deal? It's a big deal, but I don't want to overemphasize it. But obviously, it was like
the biggest deal ever.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Okay.
No. So he main evented WWE, PLE, and NXT one, but a PLE as a TNA guy. Yeah. So like that was a massive deal. You know, not been done before. So everyone's like, oh, of course WWE are going to sign him. He's so over. He's massively over. I totally agree with that. They would be just mad not to sign him. However, it would seem that TNA and him have a good bit of time left in terms of their contract. So probably not going to be going to WWE anytime soon, unless, I mean, things can happen. They could buy it out or whatever just to get him. But it seems he's got a good bit of time left with TNA. So it would suggest that, he's not necessarily going to be a WWE guy. However, the relationship between TNA and WWE is proven to be rather fruitful. So,
well, that's it. Like, maybe that situation works for him because, he's a TNA guy. He's getting featured all over the place. People are adamant he's going to be in the Royal Rumble in January. So let's see where that happens. I think that would be, it'll be the first time they've had someone from the men's side of TNA show up in WWE Rumble, won't it? So,
I mean, Mickie James doesn't get the love she deserves for that shot.
That was the best.
That was boss. That was so good.
The annoying thing about it is they announced it. Like, if she just would have rocked up with Hardcore Country, and people lost their minds. People were just like, Mickie James, that a mistake. What? No, she's in it. Mad. And they forgot about it by the time it came around. And then everyone was expecting it with Jordan Grace. So it was like, oh. Yeah. Well, that was
I like the shots. The shock value.
I like the shots. Fun. Yeah.
But yeah, so there you go. So Joe Hendry is a TNA guy for the foreseeable. But hey,
at least
you got to believe.
That's what we believe. You beat me to it. And lastly, so the Vince McMahon Netflix documentary will be out by the time you watch this because it's coming out on Wednesday. And
we're going to review it?
I think we should, to be fair. But yeah, Vince has released a statement, and no point me trying to kind of, what's the word? Paraphrase it. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just read his statement, if I can find it. So, he's put, I don't regret participating in this Netflix documentary. The producers had an opportunity to tell an objective story about my life and the incredible business I built, which were equally filled with excitement, drama, fun, and a fair amount of controversy and life lessons. Unfortunately, based on...
some life lessons.
Yeah. Unfortunately, based on an early partial cut I've seen, this doc falls short and takes the predictable path of conflating the Mr. McMahon character with my true self, Vince. The title and promos alone make that evident. A lot being misinterpreted or left out entirely in an effort to leave viewers intentionally confused. The producers use typical editing tricks with out-of-context footage and dated sound bites to distort the viewer's perception and support a deceptive narrative. In an attempt to further their misleading account, the producers use a lawsuit based on an affair I ended as evidence that I am, in fact, Mr. McMahon. I hope the viewer will keep an open mind and remember that there are two sides to every story.
I don't think it's the thing, Vince, right? If I wasn't going to watch it, I am now.
Yeah.
You're their biggest fucking marketing campaign.
The best piece of marketing ever, that. But also, rumour... So, he's not happy because... And I was going to say he's not happy because he thinks you've kind of shat on him. And then I was like, I can't say that. So, I was trying to think of a different way to phrase it. But he thinks they've kind of shit on him a little bit.
Done dirty, haven't they?
Yeah, they've done dirty. But we have to watch it, don't we? And we have to see.
100%.
What else came out today?
The thing is...
Hang on. What else came out today? Apparently, he tried to buy it. He tried to buy it back off Netflix so that they wouldn't release it yet. Apparently, they turned it down. So, what does that tell you? So, is it a defamation of a character, or is it just?
Well, let's be honest. If it was truly defamation of character, then he'd be suing them.
Well,
but the reality is, they're using sound bites of things he said.
Well, yeah.
Right. He agreed to be in the documentary, and whether they've done clever editing, and media tends to embellish certain things to make it more dramatic, and we all understand that.
You know what?
Product, but I don't think he's really got much he can come at them for. So the best option was to try and buy it.
What's ironic is this man produced a documentary called "The Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior." That basically was a character assassination of him, where he cleverly picked sound bites and things to make him.
So he knows how the game works.
So. Yeah, he's familiar.
Not funny when it's happening to you, Vince.
You were okay with it then, weren't you? That's all I'm saying. But look,
if you want to try and stop this from coming out, Vince, you've got no chance in hell.
Yeah, I like that. You like that too.
Yeah,
you're happy.
I'm proud of that one.
You're happy.
I thought of it a couple of minutes ago. I was like, I'll get them.
Yeah, but it comes out on Wednesday, and the shit will hit the fan.
Hey,
most likely.
Not the fans though.
Well. We'll find out in the
I
documentary.
love how it's like conflating the character of him and Mr. McMahon or whatever. And it's like, but hasn't he kind of blurred the lines all over the years? It's like,
of course.
It's not like you could kind of forgive them for conflating some things. I'm really curious to see what bits he's like. That was just the character. That was just character work. All those messages I sent to Brock was just character work. Like, that last line probably didn't happen.
You can basically sum up all of this kind of stuff. Person becomes billionaire, does messed up fucking shit. At the end is basically how it goes.
Billionaire loses mind is not really the most shocking thing in the world anymore.
It's a pretty well explored narrative, that, to be fair. But yeah, I think we might we'll watch it. Maybe we'll give our thoughts on that. Maybe next week or the week after. But yeah, interesting times. If anything, as you said, this has just made it even more of a must see, I guess, based on what he said. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, to see the side of the story that's told. And
everybody's making money from it, right?
I don't know if he can.
What?
I think he may have participated in it under the WWE umbrella, which he's no longer a part of.
He's making Triple H money then.
Probably, yeah. But,
at best, he's like, you can buy lunch.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what goes down on this Wednesday. But that be the news. Do us a favour, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a like, leave us a comment. If you've not subscribed already, what the bloody hell are you doing? You've made it this far. Click subscribe. If you are one of our loyal audio listeners, then as always, we appreciate you dearly. So yeah, do us a favour, give us 5 stars, download the episode. Does that help?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. It's all interaction.
We don't know how this stuff works. But yeah, keep listening. We appreciate you.
Selling ourselves on the internet now.
Well, that's what most people do these days. But yeah, and lastly, we're not wearing the awesome merch this week because I forgot to iron my t-shirt. But go and check out the Hot Tag Foundation. They do some awesome stuff. They've got the Toy Rumble coming up in time for Christmas too, where you can donate toys or any wrestling memorabilia to give to someone who is very much in need of it.
Indeed. And as I've said in previous weeks, if you don't live in the area, if you can't physically donate, liking their page, sharing their page, getting the message out there is also a massive fucking help.
Absolutely. We've got all the links in the descriptions on both audio and video platforms, so check them out, and we will catch you on the next one.